Felix Okot Ogong is credited for advocating for the amendments of laws to fight for the protection and rights of children at the time he served as a state minister for children and youth affairs. The Dokolo County MP says it was during his stint at the ministry that he got to know the gravity of the plight of these children.
One, I realized there are weaknesses in the law. In the Children Act, there are so many gaps. So my immediate action was to put the law in place.
He says at the time he joined the ministry, there were no clear policies regarding the protection of children. He said children continue to grapple with poverty, teenage pregnancy, and child sacrifice, among others.
I even one time made a statement. If trees can have an authority, why not children, who form the majority? Children must have a very strong authority to coordinate their activities and also to advocate for them and make sure issues regarding them are properly handled by government.
There is also a challenge of access to health, which many parents cannot afford. Ogong explains how government can improve access of health services to children.
We want to appeal to government to come up very clearly and quickly about health insurance a policy program, so that all our children have access to health facilities, whether they have money or not.
He says that whereas he spearheaded the amendment of laws such as the Children's Act, many of the provisions which promote children's rights have not been implemented by the authorities.
There is no proper coordination from the village, sub-county, district, the police, and other departments. So, as we had agreed in the ministry, we are supposed to put that strong authority. You can see with the NEMA and other authorities, they are everywhere and they are properly coordinated. That when it comes to our kids, you find that weakness is there.
The funding towards children's rights advocacy is also paltry. Ogong says Parliament should push for more funding towards children's activities.
Provide more budget to issues regarding children. More should come. To the ministry, to agencies, to districts, and also to sub-counties. Because we should not be telling them to do more about children and yet resources are not provided.
49-year-old Felix Okot Ogong has been the Member of Parliament for Dokolo County since 1996. He holds a Bachelor of Economics degree from Makerere University. He was Minister for Parliamentary Affairs from 2001 to 2003. He later served as Minister for Youth and Children Affairs from 2003 to 2006. He also held several key positions in Parliament, including chairing the NRM caucus. He also chaired the Parliamentary Committee on Trade and Industry, as well as the Greater North Parliamentary Forum. Okot Ogong also chaired the Lango Parliamentary Forum. But he says his biggest regret is the poverty afflicting his constituency.
Our community has not changed much. The attitude is even becoming worse of our people. You get frustrated, really. You regret that you have worked, but your energy has not delivered any substantial change in your community.
He may have a tinge of regret for the apathy in his constituency. However, he is credited by agencies like UNICEF for fronting the rights and protection of children in line with the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. Moses Sakena, NTV.